Boy, ain't this the most 2003 get up you haven't seen before, huh? Well, with that said, welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Dwreck, and I know it's been a while since I've done a video, since like what, 2019, and it's already November 2021. Man, I'm really getting behind on these videos, like big time. But today's a special occasion because it's the official 20th anniversary of Xbox. Wow, how 20 years have flown by since Xbox. When Xbox first came out, I was 16 years old. I was a sophomore in high school. And back in high school, the Xbox brand was like nobody was like unheard of. And when we first heard of Xbox, a lot of my friends and people in high school was like they loved it or they hated it or they was on the fence about it. Like nobody knew what Xbox was or what it was going to be. But as the years went on, people started loving it, people started hating it, especially with Halo. Everybody was either loved it or they hated it. And also it came out of time when Sega stopped making systems, they ended it with the Dreamcast. So with Xbox taking its place, it was like, dang. But to tell you the truth, I honestly look at the Xbox as the Dreamcast 2, like the next Dreamcast, because Microsoft did help Sega with their online stuff for the Dreamcast, and the original Duke controller looks almost like a Dreamcast controller if you think about it. But me personally with Xbox, I never owned one when I was a teenager. I had a PlayStation 2 and the GameCube, and the only times I played the Xbox was from like friends and relatives. We play Halo, we play like Need for Speed and not Killer Instinct, not yet. We played Soul Calibur 2, the one with Spawn. That was probably one of the best games on all three systems. Was Soul Calibur 2, because the Xbox had Spawn, the Link was on the GameCube one, and Heihachi was on the PlayStation 2 one. But it was a fun system for the short time that I actually played it. But that was until whenever me and my girlfriend, now wife, got together. She had the Xbox, so I get to play it. And she brought along her games that she got, and I started buying games for her, and I started buying games for me, because there was a lot of games on the Xbox that I really enjoyed. Like the Halo games, both Halo games are great. Mech Assault, she recommended me Mech Assault, and I really enjoyed those. And she loves Fable. She loves the Doom games, and she's got Silent Hill 2 and 4. And she's got like Legacy of Kain, Defiance, and the Lord of the Rings games. And I also got her Panzer Dragoon Orta. We both played that, and we both had fun with it because she loves dragons. And I also bought the UFC Tap Out 1 and 2. Fun games. And I'd say my favorite game on it so far is Blinks. So, even though the Xbox, I don't have too many fond memories of it when I was a teenager, but it really was a fun system. And it was only the first system I ever seen that can burn CDs on its hard drive. When I was 18, when I heard about that, 17, 18 years old, I thought, that's freaking amazing. Like, you can put your songs on a hard drive on the video game system. Wow! That's awesome! So like when you play a pro wrestling game, you can put the songs on the hard drive and they can come out with the songs. Wow! But anyway, And also you can play the music while you're playing Need for Speed and everything. Wow. You talk about a game changer right there. You can't do something like that on a PlayStation or a GameCube. Shoot. Putting music on there? Wow. But it really is a fun system. It really is. I ain't gonna lie. If I was a teenager, I would have gotten it, but I had GameCube and PlayStation 2, so much like how I was with the Genesis, the only time I played that was with friends and relatives, and whenever they wanted to play Super Nintendo, they would come to my house. So it was like that. With same thing with GameCube and PS2 and the Xbox. But that was a real fun generation. And to tell you the truth, the way that they presented the Xbox, the way that they presented this thing, especially with the marketing and everything, this thing is an adrenaline junkie's paradise. This system's got racing games, it's got BMX, it's got motocross and everything. It's got a bunch of extreme sports games on it, much like all the other systems. But this one looks like it's got X. It's got the freaking X. So you know this thing's extreme, especially when TNA had the X division. This thing was like the epitome and the embodiment of the early 2000s. So that was an awesome system. Then going on to Xbox 360, you talk about a huge step up from the Xbox. The Xbox 360 is, quite frankly, probably one of my top favorite video game systems of all time, outside of Nintendo. The Xbox 360, this is the same one I've had since when I lived in my old trailer. Y'all can go back in my old videos and check it out. But really, this is my second one, because the first one I had the silver part, and then it got Red Ring of Death, and then I had to buy this arcade one. I know I'm a cheap ass. Can't curse no more. But I was a cheap A at that time, so I had to do what I had to do. But all in all, the Xbox 360 is definitely one of my favorite systems of all time. The amount of games that I bought rivals that of the games I got on the N64. So, and also the controller to the Xbox 360 is definitely like one of my top favorite controllers of all time, outside of Nintendo. I'm so sorry for eating everybody, because I'm just hungry and thirsty. It's blistering cold outside too. If y'all wonder what I'm eating, it's Nacho Slim Jim. So snap into it. Let's snap into the Slim Jim. Ooh yeah. But yeah, especially my favorite games on this has been definitely the Halo games, all three Sonic games, even Sonic the Disaster and Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Generations. And also Dead Space comes to mind as well. All three Dead Space games on this system. Wow. I never thought I would like Dead Space, but one of my friends at my old job talked to me about it. I thought that was like one of the best things going at that time. And I also loved TNA Impact, because of course you gotta represent TNA Impact, and EA Sports MMA, and Gears of War. I never thought I'd like Gears of War, but those were fun. I don't really go for dark and gritty games at that time, especially, but that was an exception. And man, I should have grabbed some of these games, man. You know what? I'm gonna do it right now. I can't really keep turning my head and everything with all this crap. Ugh. Oh man. Oh, these knees. Oh man. I'm just gonna grab a couple. Ugh. Ugh. All right, my favorite Xbox games. I'm just gonna hold them up like that. Like, the Halo games, TNA Impact, Ghostbusters was fun. Duke Nukem Forever, I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. Duke Nukem Forever was hilarious. And as bad as this game was, as bad as it still holds a warm place in my heart. I'm just saying. And also got right here, this is just a couple. Like EA Sports MMA, Perfect Dark Zero was good. Banjo-Kazooie, I wish it was a full-fledged platformer, but it was alright. And Cameo and even Splinter Cell Conviction, holy balls, that game was fun. And also I'm missing freaking Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Generations and the racing one, All Stars Racing with Banjo-Kazooie on it. That was fun. And next we got the Xbox One. Me and my wife got this day one, and we played it a lot. We got Killer Instinct on it. Sunset Overdrive is fun. Doom and Doom Eternal was fun. And to tell you the truth, we didn't really get that many games for this thing because we were still playing on the Wii U, and then we got the PlayStation 4 like much later. But I started getting aggravated with it because it don't hold that much data. Like, this was during the time when video games started going to where you gotta install them on the system. Like, you can't just put it in and just play it. You gotta wait for it to install and everything. And that crap got old real fast with me because I don't play that stuff. Because if I can play this thing seamlessly, like, this thing stores a whole bunch of save files. You don't gotta install anything. It just saves the save files. But this thing, I got like at least 6 games installed on it, and it's already at maxed. That's nuts. That's ludicrous. So I kind of gave up on it like midway, and then I got a PlayStation 4 with 1 terabyte. But my nephew was talking to me about getting one of those external hard drives, but those things run up to like almost $100. But who knows? I'm gonna come around to get it, especially now that a lot of Xbox One games are starting to go on sale because of the Xbox Series X. Now, with that one, I don't have that Series X yet because I don't even know when I'm gonna get it. I was lucky enough to get PS5, but yes, I do have one, and it's in the living room. But we're not talking about PlayStation. We're talking about Xbox. Will I ever get an Xbox Series X? Yes, but I'm not in a hurry to get it because we got too much stuff going on. We got a whole bunch of games we playing, and getting the Xbox Series X at this point, I wouldn't mind getting it, but it's gonna have to wait. And plus, I want to put more mileage on this thing right now because out of all the systems, like newer systems, we got the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and the Switch. I need to start putting some more mileage on this thing. I need to get more mileage on it before I start jumping into the new Xbox, but I will get it. So, this is just a little quick anniversary talking about Xbox, because Xbox has been around since I was a teenager, and I'm surprised that it's lasted this long and it hasn't bit the dust like Sega did. I'll tell you what, this little thing, this big old, not little, this big old box managed to pave its own path and become part of video game history. And Microsoft, against all odds, Microsoft made the Xbox what it is today. And that's pretty much all I got to say about it. 20 years of Xbox. But, well, that's going to be it for this. I'm going to cut it down for this video because I'm got like 24 minutes left on this phone. I'm going to upload it. But I will be back with new videos because I am planning something. I do plan on doing live streams and everything because I'm going to be doing things like this. I'm going to start live streaming my comic book. So hopefully that's going to come around cool. And I hope y'all stick around for the 100 and some profiles that still subscribe to this channel. Oh man, I've had this channel since 2008 and I'm still going. Oh, alright, this is just a rambling. So y'all take care, like and subscribe and everything. Y'all check y'all later.